Good day, Rust Skin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop Skin Checks. Right now it's the 31st of October, and I hope you're enjoying your Halloween, and I hope you enjoyed the Halloween Rust stores. We had 2 of them, but it's a wrap now. We're all done. In 2 days' time, for the next Rust store, it's going to be November 4 swipe, we're returning to normal skins. So I hope you've been keeping an eye on the likes of the workshop, because these are the skins that are most likely going to be appearing in the next Rust store. Oh yes, oh yes. So, let's get this started. Get a good look at all of these brand new Rust Workshop skin submissions that appeared over the past weekend and as of Monday. But please understand, our main intention with this video is to identify any skin collection continuations. What does that mean, Hedge? Well, basically, we're going to look at all of these skins and we're going to find out if any of them are part of particular collections, knowing that with future Rust stores, if those skins were to be accepted, the pre-existing skins from the same collection most likely will have an increase in demand and an increase in price. Therefore, if we think, you know what, maybe we should invest into that collection, if it all does work out very nicely, we could make some delicious looking profits. Sounds good? So we're looking at everything with the financial perspective. We're in hunt for investments. It's all nice and financial. I hope that made sense. So you're probably wondering before we get started, Hedge, what's a followed authors list? How have you got all these skins nicely and neatly presented right here in front of you? Well, if you were to look right in the top right corner of this video right now, you'll see a special little card has appeared. If you were to click that, it will navigate you to a video to help you get set up in wanting, well, let's put it this way, there's many different ways you could build up a followed authors list to your choosing. Consider giving it a watch. It will help you out. It'll explain everything to you. It also explain how TGG, as you can see over here, every single week he's building up a very nice batch of skins in his collections. Well, he's going through all of the newest Rust Workshop skin submissions, and he's making sure that they are of the quality standard to be accepted, but also making sure that they're curated properly. You know, there's no DMCA issues and whatnot. It's definitely 100% made by these skin creators. So get a good look at this top picks list that he's just put out today. Make sure you give it a good look, because we've got some very interesting skins right there. And also, don't forget, also consider watching his video to get a much better look at all the skins in game and whatnot. So yeah, all good, all good, all good. A very nice batch of skins right there. And could they potentially be appearing in 2 days' time? We shall see. But for now, we need to go ahead and get started. So, just to get you informed, this is scmem.app. This is a website that helps visualize whether it potentially might be a good idea to invest into certain skins, certain collections and whatnot. As you can see, it keeps up to date with all the sales with the current Rust stores. You can even look at previous Rust stores and it'll give you a very good estimate in regards to how many skins sold and whatnot. Very useful, and we're going to be using it throughout all of this video for every continuation that we notice. And with that, shall we get started talking about all of these brand new skins? But before we get started, I should point out the link to this collection is in the description of this video. So if you want to be able to go through all of these skins, you know, as we go along, you know, talking about all of them, feel free to do so. You could do it at your own time. It's up to you. But also, do not forget, I have chapters in the description. If you only want to specifically look at all the continuations, I will have chapters for every single skin continuation. I'm sure you understand that. Sounds good? I'm out of breath. Shall we get started? Let's begin talking about the likes of Deployables. So what do we have up and available today? We have the likes of a Smouldering fridge, a fried egg, a goose rug, and then we got 2 furnaces right here. So let's begin. Instantly, we have a continuation to talk about. We have the Smouldering fridge. This is made by Wagan, or Wagan. Very nice, very cool, and I'm not surprised by this. With the likes of the fridge from hell being accepted for the Halloween Rust store about 2 weeks ago, I was under the impression that loads of skin creators were going to notice that, loads of people were going to think, you know what, if that fridge from hell is going to sell a lot, why don't I also make a fridge? And lo and behold, here we are. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, I could just fully anticipate it. Much like how when we had some locker skins accepted last year, suddenly everybody wanted to make locker skins. Hey, if it sells well, of course skin creators are going to chase after that. So the first thing I want to do is just quickly show you, Fridge from Hell did 25,000 bare minimum sales, and it's still holding up quite alright at the moment. But we need to talk more specifically about the Smouldering collection. So let's go take a look at all of that, because you might be a little bit surprised. Whilst it is a deployable collection, you can see that it's not exactly doing super good at the moment. It's a fair bit awkward. But you know what? I should probably quickly hop over to here. I should quickly point out that we are now out of potentially the worst of it. I actually put out a video earlier today explaining that Now that we're out of the likes of October, from here and now, you're going to start to see skin prices rise in price. But over the past 2 months, I'm talking September, October time, well, it's not exactly been super great for skins in general. Many skins reached their lowest point, but the vast majority of them were at their lowest point at the beginning of October. So the prices that you see right here are actually a fair bit better. On average, I'd say. But yeah, even then, this whole collection isn't exactly doing super great at the moment. But would a fridge potentially help out all of these other deployable skins? They could. Yes, it would. It would. But I can't imagine it's going to be going up in price insanely. Yes, more deployables for a deployable collection would definitely help it out. But looking at the state of this at the moment, do you think this deployable collection is super in demand at the moment? But again, more deployables definitely would help it out, so the choice is yours. But by default, not only would that fridge being accepted help this out, but we're also on the cusp of post-Christmas. All Rust skins are about to rise up in price ever so nicely, and well, it's going to be the best time to sell Rust skins because they're going to be selling at their best prices over the whole past year. So it's a consideration. Do you reckon this would be accepted? Do you reckon it will help out all of these? I've said as much as I could. It's up to you now. But looking at the state of this at the moment, I think I'll just leave it for now. I think I already own a bunch of these. So yeah, awkward, but you have to kind of understand these things. Sometimes it works out right, sometimes it doesn't, and if it doesn't really look super great, maybe it's best to just avoid it. So if you want to play the risk, feel free to risk it. Right, so if you happen to like what you see right here, please consider voting yes or no, and also please consider offering a nice comment. If you don't happen to like the skin, well, why not consider offering some feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help out the skin creator, because if it isn't accepted, maybe they'll incorporate your feedback into the next version 2 of the skin, and maybe that gets accepted, and you help them out simply by offering your own opinion. Just don't give them paragraphs, just be nice and straight to the point. Cool? You get the idea. Nice. So, best of luck to you, Mr. WAGN. All right. So, who dropped an egg? Who dropped an egg? So, JJ and WetQA, they have made a fried egg rug. Do you like what you see? Do you like it runny, or would you prefer hard-boiled? Oh, shut up, Hedge, shut up. Well, get a good look at that. It's, oh God, it's Among Us. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, look, if you like that, please consider voting yes. It is, look at it. Oh, no. Okay, whatever. That definitely wasn't intentional, was it, JJ and WetQA? Oh, God. Right, well, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment. Right, yeah, well, there you go. There's your hard-boiled egg. It's the goose rug. So, Mr. Keke, over the past year, has been making some very goofy-looking animal-themed skins, mostly rock skins, but then that kind of diverted, we had the likes of the Capybara Furnace and the Door and whatnot. Well, he's been making some goose skins recently, and they're looking extra, goofy. So yeah, if you would like to see this, if you'd like to stand on this goose's face, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment. Sorry, I kind of lost my breath laughing at the Among Us. This doesn't help, it's also goofy. But anyway, best of luck to you, Keke, sorry. Right, so vote yes or no if you happen to like it. Please also consider offering a nice comment. We also have the likes. Sorry. We also have the likes of the eggplant furnace made by Mr. PYH. Don't you just love the ever so shiny, bright purple texture of this exquisite looking specimen? Yeah, we've had a lot of goofy fruit and vegetable skins for furnaces in the past. But hey, I don't think we've had an eggplant yet. So if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. PYH. What happened to the bananas? I need more bananas in my life, PYH. Where did it all go wrong? Anyway, then we have the likes of the wooden figure furnace made by Hashaki. Get a good look at this. Very nice and straight to the point. Do you like the totem style? What do you reckon? Do you like it? Please consider voting yes or no. Please also consider offering a nice comment. Best of luck to you, Hashaki. Right, let's now take a look at likes of the sleeping bag. We've got a small box, a continuation right there, and then we have a whole bunch of large boxes to take a look at. Interesting. So, Dreamcatcher sleeping bag. Get a good look at this. This is made by Eros. You can see a nice little gif here and how it slowly evolved to its final design. That's a very nice little thing here. I always like these. Yeah, and then you can see how the colour was added. Very nice, very cool. So yes, it's not glow-in-the-dark, is it? Is it glow-in-the-dark? Let's get a good look. Nighttime pick? No, I don't think it's glow-in-the-dark. If it was, they would have had a nighttime pick. So yeah. Do you like this design? Do you reckon it looks cool? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Eros. Then we have the Haywood storage box. This is made by Michael and CD. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think role players would appreciate that. How many of you like to be farmers? Well, you got your hay bales right here. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Look at the side there. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a little bit goofy, but it works. So yeah, do you like what you see here? Are you a fan? Please consider voting yes or no. Please also consider offering a nice comment. So yeah, best of luck to you, Michael and CD. And yeah, one more quick look at that. And let's move on to the next one. Right, so here we are. Dungeon Wooden Box, part of the Dungeon Collection. We saw a lot of these skins earlier this year, but after a while, you know, what's happened? Where's it all gone wrong? Well, Mr. Smoothie has been uploading skins and whatnot, but they just weren't accepted. If I were to look at all of these submissions, you'd notice that we had 3 accepted, and then what happened? Don't fully know, but I guess, you know, Face Punch just... Maybe they just weren't fans of it anymore. Who knows? But let's go take a look at the Dungeon Collection, see how that's currently holding up. Dungeon. Come on. Here we go. So, yeah, a fair bit awkward. That garage door was definitely well liked earlier this year because people realised it has transparency at the bottom of it. By default, that's actually going to be a perfectly fine investment because loads of people are going to jump back onto that the very second it gets to around post-Christmas, January time. So that's just a little thing for all of you, all right? That garage door will be a nice investment. Get it whilst it's affordable. But anyway, looking at the likes of the Dungeon Armour door and the furnace here, yeah, people haven't really gone super crazy for them. They have suffered. But, you know, all furnaces have suffered, all armoured doors are suffering, all skins have suffered. I mean, you know, I just quite literally mentioned that a little bit earlier, as you can see right here. With the player counts, hasn't been super great, has it? But as you are aware, December time, you will see a lot more people playing again. Around January time, hopefully we'll have around 100,000 average people playing throughout all of the month, which would be amazing for sure. So, looking at the likes of this, yes, if we were to see a small box being accepted, by default, I could imagine there'll be a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price, but you should also consider the amount of quantities that are currently on the Steam market. If you look over to here and here and here, you'll see that this only has about 67 on the Steam market at the moment. Look at the resistance, there's hardly any of it. So yes, if we did suddenly see a whole bunch of Dungeon Deployable skins, yes, I would imagine the likes of this getting a nice bit of a boost. I could imagine the likes of the Dungeon Armour door could get a bit of a boost as well. You know, if we got the likes of that rug skin being accepted, like a version 2 of that, that would be awesome, that would help out a lot. But yeah, remember, all skins have suffered. They all went down in price during the likes of September and October. But when you look at it now, whilst it might look a fair bit cheap, that's just basically presenting it as a perfect opportunity. What will this look like in about 2 months' time? Well, unless you've got a time machine, you've got to wait. So yeah, I see good things in regards to that. But for all of this, if this were to be accepted, I can see things getting better. But by default, I can see things getting better for it by January regardless. So maybe that sounds a little bit safer for it. Maybe that means you're perfectly fine to jump in and make an investment. Choice is yours. It's up to you. I've already got a whole bunch of those skins regardless, because I did buy orders throughout this year and whatnot. But yeah, I like the design. I think it looks cool. I would like to see that rug skin getting a version 2, because there's one thing we're well aware that's coming out for November Force Wipe, and that's the base decal DLC. And that has a torch holder. And if you, Smoothie, listen, if we could get that cultist ear torch in the torch holder, whilst we have the likes of dungeon rug all along the walls, like as in you have an actual dungeon inside your base. Imagine that. So that's up to you, Smoothie. I would definitely consider a version 2 of that rug, because I think it will go greatly with the likes of that brand new torch holder. So yeah, very cool. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And well, if you happen to like this a lot, please also consider offering a nice comment. All right, best of luck to you, Smoothie. Okay then, so we have the unknown artifact box. Wait, it's got no name, really? It's unknown. Damn. Unlucky. So yep, this is the unknown artifact box made by Svonsma and Mishka. Get a good look at that. If you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Right, then we have the Ethereum Relic. I believe this comes in 2 versions. One is glow in the dark. Oh damn, that looks pretty cool. Look at the eyes. So yep, get a good look at that. Very nice. Very cool. This is made by Jimmy Tedeschi and Noel Futt. Yes. Does that look cool to you? Would you like to see that being accepted? Well, please consider voting yes or no. So one more quick look at the glow in the dark. Very nice, very cool. And this one over here, this does not glow in the dark. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you can understand that. Yep, very nice, very cool. So yep, please consider voting for that, and best of luck to you too. And then we have a continuation to talk about. We have the Punkjack large wood box. As you can see, we are sticking with that very weird sci-fi design, made by the likes of Alloy and Falco. Yep, I forgot. We do have the likes of these gifts. Very nice visual there to see what it looks like in nice brightness and in the dark. So yes, stands out ever so nicely. I guess you could call it cyberpunk. Do you reckon it's cyberpunk? I don't know. But yeah, I remember these skins selling very nicely over the past couple months. I'm talking about the previous skins that we had in this collection. So if I go to Punkjack, oh, what did we see? We saw the likes of a Sheep Menador and something else. What was it? Oh, was it just the Sheep Menador? Okay, right. So, yeah, it sold a lot-ish, and then it's gone down in price by more than half. Awkward, but that's just Sheep Menadors in general. We had a ton of them being accepted this year, so you shouldn't be surprised that this has suffered in price. However, only 61 on the market. You look at the resistance, you got 5, you got 1, 2, 1, 8, and 9. After that, it's nothing. It's just easy. It could easily go up in price, so I'll be honest with you, you could potentially see the beginning of a brand new collection being produced. But it's all dependent on whether this potentially is accepted. I think it's sold enough, Back over to here real quick. This sold quite a fair bit. It did sell, let's remind ourselves. It did like 16,000 sales. And that was during like September time. Yes, it was. So that did very good for when it came out. So I could imagine Punkjack could work out very nicely in the future. It's up to you. If you really like the design, if you think that the likes of this will be accepted, I mean, first of all, consider showing your support and whatnot, but it's definitely not the first Punkjack skin to be submitted since then. Oh, we had the Garage Door. Okay, so we had the Garage Door first, then we had the Sheep Menador, now this is the one after. Okay. Alright, so this is actually the first skin after the Sheep Menador is accepted. Cool. So, again, if you happen to like that, please consider voting yes or no, and looking at the likes of this. With a deployable collection, you need at least a good few skins to get a good idea if people actually like it and see if it's got a pretty good future ahead of it. Look at the likes of Smouldering earlier. Wasn't exactly doing super great. And this all by itself, it's not really enough to look at. But if we had a few more skins, if we had a few more deployables, yes, I could see Punkjack working out very nicely in the future. So that's fairly cheap right now. Only 61 on the market. Choice is yours. But yeah, the main reason why this suffered is because we had far too many Sheep Menadors. Like, just quickly show you this, and you shouldn't be surprised by this. So yes, whilst you might sit there and say, oh, but it's down pretty bad, just take a look at all of these, and you should understand by that. Yeah, cool. I'm sure you get it now. So yeah, cool. Right then, let's now move on. Let's start talking about some various doors. Yes, we have loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of doors. And we got some garage doors. Got quite a lot of garage doors. And then we have some double doors. And then that'll be a wrap for the deployables this week. So let's get started. We have the Gecko Sheep Menador right there, made by Humpty. Get a good look at this. He's looking rather sticky. He's got his tongue out. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, he glows in the dark. Yes, that looks pretty cool. Yep. Do you like geckos? Do you like glow-in-the-dark Sheep Menadors? Well, you know what you could do. You could go ahead and vote yes or no. Humpty, sorry, I said that too quickly. Humpty, best of luck to you. And that's a pretty cool-looking gecko right there. You can see how he slowly built it up. And there we are. Hey. Best of luck to you, Humpty. Right, this is Barely a Door. No, I'm joking. It's the Barely Door, made by Jessin and Xenia Paris. And I guess you would sit there and say it's pixelated. I mean, it clearly is. I'm just trying to figure out what game is this like based on. It's not Minecraft, is it? No. Is it? No. Is it? I don't know. It's just basic 2D texture, pixels. Hey. It's a nice style. If you happen to like it, well, you know what you could do. You could go ahead and vote yes or no. Yes, you could. Best of luck to you, Mr. Jessin and Xenia Paris. But, what game is it from? What was your influence? Please tell me. All right, moving on. Now we have the likes of the fine riveted Sheep Menador. This is made by Salitra. Get a good look at this. Yes. Glow in the dark? Nope, as you can see. Now you might sit there and say, oh, it's bright though. Yeah, no, it's because he's shining a light onto it. So you can see all the rivets. It's a very DIY type of design. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people do prefer this grounded approach. Because, that's like a lot more realistic. Like, you're stuck on an island and you're killing each other for resources and whatnot. Yeah, your door's going to probably look like that, isn't it? Yeah, so I like it. I respect it. Best of luck to you, Salitra. And I should point out, there's a whole collection right here. He's trying to get his first ever acceptance. So please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you once again, Selitra. Right, then we have the engraving sheet metal door made by Sean Mick and I Am Nui. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So, get a good look at this. Right, when you call it like a heron or stork or something, you don't say engraving, you call him Mr. Stork. Or, you know, Larry. Hey, Larry, how you doing? I don't know. You don't just call it engraving. You know, give it identity. Anyway, he's cool. I like it. I think that looks pretty cute. If you like Larry, please consider voting yes or no. And, yeah, he glows in the dark. Get a good look at that. So, yeah, there's a collection being started, it seems. So, the first of many, potentially. Are they going to do a different animal for every single one? You know what? Do that. You can have Larry, and you can have Barry, and I don't know any other names that go with that. Oh, Harry. There we go. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, I almost screwed that up. All right. So, yeah, if you happen to like this, please consider voting yes or no, and also please consider offering a nice comment. Okay. Insulation metal door. Gonna go look at this. Yes, yes, yes. So, you know, it's the winter months now. It's getting cold. You're going to need your base to stay a whole lot more warmer. So, get a good look at this. We have the insulation sheet metal door. Yes, that'll keep you nice and cozy. Now, is that transparent? Let's just get a good look. It is. Oh, yeah, it's transparent. Vladimir. I'm pretty sure it used to be called KVA. And hello. You are allowed to have two versions, you know. You could have had one that wasn't transparent, and you could have had one that was transparent. I'm just saying. But, like, to improve your chances, you could have done both. And that's totally allowed, you know. If you're going to make a skin, you are allowed to have an alternate version with a slight difference. You could probably upload the alt version this week still, and it probably wouldn't matter too much. Please consider doing that. Like, if you want to improve your chances and actually get an acceptance, consider it. Especially when you're going for a risky thing, because transparency on sheet metal doors is very questionable. I don't think that's going to work out very nicely. It's not necessarily not allowed, but it's like incredibly unlikely. So we shall see what happens. But hey, if you happen to want a sheet metal door with some transparency, that could also be. Actually, hang on a minute. If it's got transparency, as in it's got holes in it, then it's going to let all the cold in. That's a bit of a design flaw, isn't it? You know what? I'm starting to question this. I might get I'm going to go find my receipt and I'm going to get a refund. I'm joking, but yeah, consider that. All right. So yeah, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And we do have some other insulation skins in the past. So yeah, give that a good look. And yeah, remember you can do an alt version. Right, abstract fire sheet metal door. It glows in the dark. Let's get a good look at this. This is made by Mr. Kizaru recently. He did get his first ever skin accepted. That was a sheet metal door, and he's probably thinking to himself, you know what? If I got one sheet metal door accepted, surely I could get another one. So, get a good look at that design. Do you like what you see? Do you reckon it stands out very nicely? Is that some sculpting there? Kinda looks like it. Well, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no, and don't forget, also consider a nice comment. So yep, best of luck to you, Mr. Kazari. Then we have the Brutalist sheet metal door. This is a continuation. This is the sheet metal door for the Brutalist collection. So, not too long ago, we did have the likes of that Brutalist garage door. When was that? Just the week before Charitable Rust, that's it. So yes, we had this. Now, this has dipped in price. Not too surprising. As I've said, most skins have suffered over the course of September and October. It's only down by 1%. In fact, if I had to go to the Steam market right now, it's probably evens. Let's go find out what price you're selling for right now. Okay, one below $4, and then it's evens. And then when you look at all of this, it's like there's nothing there, then there's a 10, there's a 19, then there's nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Well, there you go. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if that goes up in price ever so nicely during January time. So again, guys, that's another potential very nice investment right there by default. We haven't even questioned in regards to the Brutalist sheet metal door over here. So back over to here. Right. Is this also transparent? Yes, it is. Again, Duck, how come you haven't done an alternate version? He's going all in, you know, he's going all in. So exactly like the garage door, this sheet metal door is also transparent. So if you can't remember this, let's just quickly remind ourselves. This garage door had transparency. And it sold a lot. And it's still holding its value. Not surprising, because, like, super paid to win. Well, Duck, has also gone ahead and made the exact same thing with this sheet metal door. It's not super noticeable, but it definitely looks like you can see through that. I'm pretty sure it is. There's no mention of it. Brutalist collection. Sheet metal door, double door, garage door. Alright, okay then. So yeah, you can clearly see it glows in the dark. And I am pretty sure that is transparent. Pretty sure. So, if you'd like to see another option of a transparent sheet metal door, well, please consider voting yes or no. But by default, that garage door, I still expect it to go up in price around December, January time. If we get that sheet metal door accepted, even better. Like, by default, that's still looking to be a perfectly fine investment. Guys, I definitely would consider it. I have bought a decent amount of them already, and I wouldn't be surprised if I make some exquisite looking profits. We talked a whole bunch about this like a month ago, so it's up to you what you want to do, but honestly, now is probably the best time, because from here and now, all skins are expected to just keep rising and rising and rising in price. We shall see what happens, but yeah, that is looking to be very appealing. So, it's in your hands. Let's now move on to the next sheet metal door, but best of luck to you, Mr. Duck, and don't forget, please consider voting yes or no. Oh no, it's a garage door. Right, danger area garage door. This does not glow in the dark, but the other one does, because there's two versions. Made by LOWPOLY and Hyper Monster. You can see how they slowly built up the design from design to, you call it concept, and then it says the design, and then it's the actual piece. So, very nice, very cool. Get a good look at that. Danger area. Lots of toxic waste. Oh dear, oh dear. Then you look at this one, and wow, the glow makes it stand out a whole lot more. So yes, nighttime. There we are. That's it. Very nice. Very cool. Don't touch it. So, if you like what you see and you think, you know what, I need a very nice, cool looking toxic door, why not consider voting yes or no for this? Best of luck to you, LOWPOLY and Hyper Monster. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Let's now move on. We now have the Open Hotel garage door over here. This is made by Epic. What's this? Pick Workshop. Pick. Okay, cool. I was trying to figure out what he was trying to say. I think he wants you to vote yes or no. I mean, that's up to you if you like it, but, you know, it's for your consideration, basically. But yes, would you like to have the perfect sign for your role player's hotel? Well, get a good look at that and make a consideration. They're giving away free rocks, it seems, for every room. So, yes, best of luck to you, Mr. Epic. And again, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the storage unit garage door made by Kua. Get a good look at this. So, you've just moved away, and now you're about to unpack everything. You got looking at the back of the mover's van, and yep, get a good look at this. You got like boxes of stuff, all of your like gadgets and whatnot. So now it's time to unpack. So yeah, do you like this design? Jake looks pretty cute. Got the Xmas decorations right there. You know, you're nice and prepared for Christmas, aren't you? And I do believe we have a second version, which does ever so nicely glow in the dark, as you can see right there. So, glow in the dark only in the very middle. Do you like that? Are you a fan of that? Do you like the design? Do you reckon it looks pretty cute? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kua. Let's see how that turns out. Okay, now we have a double sheet metal door right in front of us. This is the Great Art Guns Ammo Room, made by GPG. Now, if you can recall, literally just last week, they made a different one called Ore Room. I'm under the assumption they're trying to build up a storage... how do you say this? They're trying to set up a double door collection, I guess you could say. I do remember last year we had the door collection for various different rooms. Do you remember the storage room double door? Do you remember the airlock door? Do you remember the furnace door? Do you remember all of that? So it's not the first time I've seen something like this, but this specifically seems to be targeting the likes of double doors. A bit risky because we hardly ever see sheet metal double doors being accepted. Like, we had a pretty decent few being submitted for Halloween, and they weren't even accepted, which is unfortunate. But hey, maybe this could work out. Maybe this potentially might be a winner. Do you like what you see? Would you like to support it? Please consider voting yes or no. And yeah, as you can see, very straight to the point, but just reasonably goofy. So yeah, it's up to you. Please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Mr. GBG. Then we have a continuation to talk about. This right here is the Modern Military Sheet Metal Double Door made by the one and only Mr. Robstar. Get a good look at that. Very nice, very cool. And yes, not too long ago, we did have the likes of the single sheet metal door for Modern Military. Sold quite nicely. Didn't retain its value, but, you know, we just literally talked about sheet metal doors earlier. They haven't been doing super great. But this isn't surprising because I was fully expecting this. With the likes of the military collection, Robstar has basically everything except deployables. He has one, which I just mentioned, you know, that sheet metal door, but much like the 10 collection, I fully expected this to just go wild on the likes of deployables. Now again, sheet metal doors, far too many came out this year. Not surprised to see that this is struggling. If we were to see a whole lot more deployables being accepted, of course, the likes of this sheet metal door would improve. It would do a whole lot better. And I should also point out, this right here only has 58 on the Steam market. Look at the resistance. There's none. There's nothing. There's nothing. So if there were to be an increase in demand of this, it'll get bought out. The price would just easily go up. Easily. So the best comparison I can do is to show you the likes of the Tempered collection. Because as you just saw there with the military collection, it had basically all the clothing and armour, had various different weapons, but look at the Tempered collection and you can see basically the exact same thing. Loads of weapons, loads of clothing and armour, and somewhat recently we saw a whole batch of deployables. And even through the worst of times, this was in the positive, alright? Even during September and October, these were in the positive. When you have a whole batch of very nice looking deployables in your collection, yes, they very likely will be retaining their value, especially when you have a whole lot more behind it. So, whilst I don't think the likes of the military collections, clothing and armour and weapons might go up in price, I do expect slowly, little by little, there'll be like a reinforcement of all the deployables. So, Robstar, don't give up, even if your double sheet metal door isn't accepted. Furnace, armored door, even a wooden door, rug, yeah, military rug, you know, small box, whatnot, large box, go through all of that, because you will see all of it hold up ever so nicely, and you will see demand for it. You know, this did sell very nicely during one of the worst times for Ruskins. I'm pretty sure, as we, you know, slowly getting closer to Christmas, the many other deployables you could make would be even better. So, that right there, it does look pretty, you know, things do look very nice for it. Robstar is very consistent. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see a whole bunch of deployables somewhat soon over the course of the next few months. So things are looking optimistic. You could potentially jump in and buy a few of these. They're not expensive, but will we actually see other things being accepted? It is questionable. So if you'd like to show your support for that, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Robstar. And with that, that was the final deployable skin of this week, so out of all of the deployables that we just looked at today, which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon potentially has the best chance in being accepted? Feel free to comment down below. I'm going to take a quick drink and then we're going to start talking about all of the weapons and tools. Oh, I need to breathe more. Alright, are you ready? We've got some goofy rocks right there. I know you can enjoy them. Let's begin. Let's start talking about the likes of weapons and tools. We got ourselves a satchel charge. We got ourselves a very feisty looking rock right there. And we have quite a lot of salvage swords. So let's jump straight in. Cobalt Protectka. Okay, cool. So I guess that's like a goofy little pun name. Tech and protect or something. I'm not sure. I don't fully understand. I'm not sure if that's like something referencing in a different language. But hey, cool. Another salvaged satchel charge. Sorry, another satchel charge skin made by the likes of 1SQ and Ishvik. Get a good look at that. What am I thinking of Kinder Bueno? Recommended for use. If your teammate is wait, is that Comic Sans? Oh no! Don't do that. Oh. Oh, well, okay, look, if you happen to like this, please consider voting yes or no, and 1SQ, Ishvik, I'd avoid Comic Sans. Moving on. Oh no. Right, so, have you ever heard of that phobia in which, no matter what, wherever you are, there's a duck watching you? Well, This duck is always watching you, because you'll be holding him potentially as a future rock in your hands, if it were to be accepted. Yes, do you like the murder ducky? Do you like what you see? Do you want him in your hands? Do you want to caress him, hold him, and treat him with love whilst he keeps trying to stab you? Yes, Mr. Rotten has produced the duck and knife. Now, I'm pretty sure Face Punch, if they did accept this, they'll give it a much better name. Murder Ducky is my suggestion, Face Punch. Murder Quack? What's the best pun you could think of for the likes of this skin right here? Yeah, only good answers. Murder Quacker. He's quacked. I don't know. Anyway. Goofy little rock skin. Let's see if that turns out alright. Please consider voting yes or no if you happen to be a fan of this, and best of luck to you, Rotten Man. Used to be called whatever. Right, Cactus. So, if you don't fully remember, earlier this year we had a Cactus furnace made by Chris or Christina. Yeah, I believe it's either one. And they did submit some more skins, which I'll remind you of right now. We have the likes of some hide clothing, which looked very cool, primitive skins. Unfortunately, none of that was accepted. Only the Cactus by itself. So, get a good look at this. Wouldn't that hurt your hands? Well, it's going to probably hurt a lot of other people when you throw it at them. So, but we do need to talk about the likes of that furnace. So, Cactus furnace, please. Here we go. So, unfortunately, furnaces haven't been doing super good this year. That's a common thing that happens quite a lot, though. During the year, furnaces tend to do pretty bad. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, listen, that rock isn't going to magically cause this to go up in price. This is not in demand. There's a lot of them on the Steam market, and the demand simply isn't there. Look at all of that piling up. 70 cents, and you've got 35 right there. Not a good look. It's very unfortunate, but honestly, from here on now, furnaces probably aren't going to be very good investments. Unless they're super standout, which we did have one for Halloween. Yeah, it's awkward. It's unfortunate, and a rock isn't going to magically save this, so I would stay clear of that. It is unfortunate, as I said, but it is what it is. So, regardless, if you happen to like this Cactus rock design, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Christina. Right, then we have the likes of this guy. We have the UAP Pilot Rock. He is a version 2. We saw him like 2 months ago. I don't think much was changed, but yet, get a good look at this, and you, of course, are probably fully well aware of the likes of the UAP Pilot Collection. And this has been a very strange collection, because when you look at it, things seem really weird. What do you mean, Hedge? All of these skins that you see right here have very low quantities on the Steam market. It isn't the first time I've brought this up, but I'll happily point it out again. When you look at the likes of this furnace here, only 47 on the Steam market. When you look at the resistance, there's hardly anything there. When you look at the sheepman of door, again, low quantity. Resistance, nowhere. When you look at the likes of the sleeping bag, again, only 45 on the Steam market. Resistance, nowhere. And then the satchel charge, well, this is questionable because satchel charges aren't very good investments. But main point is, right, this collection keeps getting more and more and more and more acceptances. And we were seeing a lot of deployables. Like, you got 3 deployables already, then you got randomly the satchel charge. I don't know what Face Punch is all about, but they seem to love this goofy collection. And if we just keep seeing more and more skins being accepted, by default, of course this will be going up in price. And when you look at all of that, when you look at all the quantity that it has, it's ridiculously low. On average, bare minimum, every single Ruskin on the Steam market, on average, should have about 100 quantity on the Steam market. Why is it all of these have half of that? I don't fully know. Things are weird, and I kind of wouldn't be surprised if something just like clicks with this and suddenly it becomes quite expensive because suddenly people buy it out and then suddenly it's at a much higher price. So it's up to you. Would the likes of that rock skin change the world, change our world? Spaceman, I wanna go to Spaceland. Anyway, maybe. The rock would be pretty cute. I'm not surprised that this was a version 2. I get the feeling this was just something to put out because Little Ranger and Groomer Katarina are probably cooking something a lot more elaborate that we might see the likes of next week. We shall see. But yeah, that whole collection right there, I've pointed it out to you now. Things are looking pretty interesting with it, but it's up to you if you want to jump into that. Because over the course of the next 2 months, do you reckon we will see another UAP Pilot Collection skin? I wouldn't be surprised. Will it be the rock? Potentially. It's up to you. If you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe another deployable skin being made. armored door, maybe a rug. You know, I want to believe UAP pilot thing. That right there. Listen, Little Ranger, I want to believe, you know, the spaceship and whatnot. I think that's from X-Files. Consider doing that. You could do a joke rug thing that's like a poster. Awesome, right? Awesome. You know what? I have to quickly get this. So, I want to believe. Where is it? Show me. Yes, this is it. Yeah, you could do a parody of that. But, like, you could just have, like, this floating head in the sky. Or on, like, a minicopter or something. The choice is up to you, alright? But I'm just giving you an idea. So, yeah, cool. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Let's move on. Right, here is the Short Circuit Knife, non-glow. This is made by Chameleon. He's a newer skin creator looking to get his first ever skin accepted. Get a good look at this. Now, he made 2 versions. Get a good close look at this because you can see there's quite a lot of transparency right there. Is that still sharp? It's a little bit blunt now, isn't it? Or maybe it's electrified. Ooh, there you go. That's what the idea is. And if you were to look over to here, this one's piping hot. It's electrified. And it's going to hurt a lot when it touches you. So that's glow in the dark right there. If you happen to like this design, if you would like to see another combat knife skin being accepted in the future, please consider voting yes or no for this Short Circuit Knife skin. Right, now we're moving on to likes of salvage swords. Get a good look at this. This is made by Trakmer. Get a good look at that. Frost Shard sword. Well, it's almost winter, so yeah, maybe we need to see a whole lot more cold, icy theme skins. I wouldn't say no, but you know, it's up to you. It's your choice. It's your vote. Do you like what you see here? Please consider voting yes or no for the Frost Shard sword. Best of luck to you, Trakmer. Right, then we have the antique sword. Are you trying to do a little bit of a King Arthur joke here, Mr. Zinc? But yeah, get a good look at that. Very nice looking transparency here. Remember, normal salvage sword would be nice and straight, but this right here, transparency to make it appear as if it's all like indented and whatnot. And remember, pretty much every single salvage sword skin that we've had over the past 2 years has had some form of transparency. For some strange reason, Facepunch loves it. But then again, I guess, like, with all the older salvage sword skins, there's only so much you could have done with just, like, a basic design. A lot of them were just, like, a basic coloration. But nowadays, much cooler designs. Issue is, every single one of them that's come out has basically halved in price instantly. It's very weird. People don't seem to appreciate them. But you might appreciate that one right there. So, if you do, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Mr. Zinc. Right, so those were all the sharp, pointy weapons. Let's now go ahead and take a look at some tools. Plenty of tool pairings here, and then we could also take a look at the likes of some bows. Yes, indeed. Right, so here is the superheated axe. This is made by Anafen. Get a good look at this. This appears to glow in the dark. Yes, it does. Very pointy, very hot. Probably very good for chopping down trees, or, I don't know, setting them on fire, maybe? maybe. So yeah, if you happen to like that, and if you happen to like the glow-in-the-dark pickaxe as well, yes, that's probably going to help mine a whole lot faster. It's going to just melt the rock, isn't it? Yep, if you like this pairing, if you like the both of them, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, and a fan. But maybe you don't like glow-in-the-dark. Maybe you want a much more approachable, realistic approach. Well, we've got the constructor set right here. This is made by the one and only Mr. Hedge. Over the past few weeks, he's been making a lot of these constructor theme skins. With the Meccano look, I believe it's called Meccano. I've definitely brought that up several times. Do you like the little bolted down design? All the nuts? Do you like that? Well, please consider voting yes or no for the pair of those. Yes. Then we have Steampunk. Get a good look at this. This is made by Diaz. So it looks like he's taken a break from his high-quality metal collection. And, well, time for some Steampunk. Wow. I can't zoom out. Can I? Yes, I can. There you go. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Very cool. Interesting. Intricate design. Let's go take a look at the pickaxe. Basically the same. Yes. Not sure what the what it's measuring whilst you're mining, but I'm pretty sure it's helpful. Maybe, possibly. So, yep. In-game look, get a good look at that. Does it glow in the dark? Does not glow. Yep, it does not glow. I can confirm this does not glow. Neither one glows. So yep, if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Diaz. Right, now we have Frostburn, Hatchet, and Pickaxe. And like I said just a little bit earlier, potentially you're probably in the mood now for some winter, cold, icy theme skins. Well, look at that. Look at that. It's all free. Look at that. Ever so nice sheen right there. Wow. Yes, get a good look at that. So, Mr. Ideal, you recently got a skin accepted over the past week with the likes of that pumpkin bow. Are you feeling lucky? Do you reckon you could get a nice winter-themed skin accepted as well? Skins, because, you know, it comes in a pair. Look at that. Very nice blue. Very nice sheen. Yeah, I think a lot of people will appreciate that. I think a lot of people like it. I think people will be wanting to vote yes or no. So it's up to them. Chat, YouTube, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you, Mr. Ideal. Then we have the Furious Flame hunting bow. This is made by Kajonal. Get a good look at this. Yep, so zoom in here. So yep, it's got like molten lava all in creases all along. Let's get a much closer look here at the grip and whatnot. Yep. Up close. If you're a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, good journal. Then we have the stylized hunting bow. This is made by Papa Carl. Looks like he's going to be preparing a stylized collection here, so keep an eye out for that. Look up close. What do we see? Yep. Perfectly nice. All nice wrap there and whatnot. Well put together. Nicely kept. Polished wood, I believe. Very nice. Very cute. So, if you happen to be a fan of the stylized hunting bow, please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you, Papa Carl. Then we have the Soulless Legion hunting bow. This is Mr. Verona. He's trying to get a new collection set up. I think this is like the 5th one. Let's just remind ourselves. How many Soulless Legion skins have we had recently? At the tier 3, we had the swords last week. Now we're on to the bow. Cool. So yes, we already saw that bit. Aim down, what do you see? A very nice row of these like sharp pointy bits. The gold trim, very nice, very cool. Gold string. Bowstring is what it should be called. Yep. So, if you like what you see right here, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Mr. Verona. Alright, so that we can now move on to handguns. We got revolvers, we got semis. We've also got the likes of some SMGs. And some very noticeable collection continuations. Ooh. So, let's go start talking about the likes of this Soul Eater revolver. So, this year we've only had 2 revolvers accepted, and technically they're the same skin. That would be the No Mercy revolver, version 1 and 2. 2 came out first, and then accidentally version 1 was accepted afterwards and complete the set. So you probably understand that whole spiel. If you don't, well, look in my playlists on my YouTube. You'll see there's a whole batch of videos talking about the No Mercy revolver. But anyway, main point is we hardly see revolver skins being accepted. There's been plenty of interesting uploads, but unfortunately just no acceptances, which is weird because quite a lot of people do use their revolvers. So, get a good look at that. Sharp teeth, aim down the sight, black aim sight, useful, perfectly fine design. So, I don't know what else to say. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Delaroy. But yeah, a new revolver, probably would be an instant buy from me, because we hardly see them ever being accepted. And they do get quite a lot of usage. There's a very strong justification to want to buy skins, so keep an eye out for that. Let's see if that works out well. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the likes of the Sap Twister made by Drug Vlad. This man's been putting out some pretty goofy looking skins somewhat recently. Not sure what type of design you might call this one. But hey, it's in the eye of the beholder. Do you appreciate it? Do you like it? Are you going to play Twister on it? It's up to you. Aim down the sight. Where is it? Where's the aim down the sight? No, Drug Vlad, you're supposed to aim down the sight. You quite literally have to. It's in the rules now. Oh no, but from what I can see there, I think it's basically white tip on black. Yep. Okay. So if you happen to like that, please consider voting yes or no. Drag Vlad, you have to have a name down the sight picture. Have to. It's in the rules now. I'm not joking, you have to. Right. Starry Dream SMG. This is a continuation of the AK-47 that we had accepted not too long ago. Sunart, how you doing? Is everything all right? Have you been putting out some interesting skins? Well, get a good look at this, and I think we can say yes. Look at that. Aim down the sight. Very nice. All the stars in the background. So, yep. Don't think this glows in the dark or anything. We can Look at the likes of that very nice looking design of the night sky, all the clouds. Very nice, very cute. So yes. Do you reckon this might work out well? Let's also remind ourselves that there's actually a second version without the stock. So let's go take a look at the likes of Starry Dream. That is the AK that was accepted not too long ago, but unfortunately with so many AK-47s in circulation, this instantly went down in price. It sucks, but it is what it is. I hate having to say that over and over again, but it is what it is, because people just aren't loyal to their AK-47s. So if you were to see a custom SMG being accepted, would you magically see this rise in price? Rise in demand, rise in price? No. Usually, by default, when a collection only consists of weapons and tools, it ain't going up in price. Now, we have had some anomalies this year with the likes of Redemption Collection and the Chameleon Collection, but they're very nice and shiny, and I wouldn't be surprised if people will be buying a whole bunch of them purely to flex with the likes of their weapon racks. So, yeah, that shouldn't be too surprising, would it? But this right here, no, I don't imagine this AK-47 is going to be, increasing in demand absurdly just with the appearance of a brand new weapon. It's still nice though, so if you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. But yeah, it's in your hands, and best of luck to you. So no. Right, now we have the Airsoft MP5 made by Panda's Workshop. Get a good look at this. Very nice. Reminds me of the Polymer collection. Yep, I like the simplistic approach. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do prefer a much more grounded approach, and when you look at all of that, that does look pretty nice. So I remember the AK, I remember the SAT, and now we've got the MP5. Do you happen to be a fan of this? Aim down the sight, what do we see? A very useful red aim sight, yes indeed, with white. So that's good for many environments. Yeah, get a good look at that. Get a good look at that. Do you appreciate? Do you like? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Panda's Workshop, and don't forget, he has been producing a brand new collection, as I pointed out, so consider giving all of that a good look as well. Amethyst MP5. So, Mr. Ghost, how we doing? Recently, you had your AK-47 being accepted as the Charitable Rust AK-47. Did you buy it? Do you appreciate it? Well, you could probably start appreciating Ghost's newest weapon collection that he's trying to build up. Last week we had the MP5. No, last week we had the Amethyst AK-47. Now we have the likes of the Amethyst MP5. Get a good look at this. Do you appreciate? Do you like the nice colourful design? When you're in game and you move it around, it's all nice and shiny. I can't do that right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you'll like it. So, if you feel the need for a brand new MP5 in your hands, well, why not consider voting for this one? You have the likes of Airsoft, you have the likes of this. It's in your control, it's up to you, it's up to you. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Ghost, and, well, let's move on. Here we have a continuation to talk about. Yep, it's the Noir MP5. Do you remember the Noir collection? It was made by the likes of Mr. Sodsender, who's now just only calling himself Sonder. Not sure why. I guess he's no longer a sod. Aim down the sight, what do we see? Very nice, very nice. Okay, so let's go remind ourselves of the Noir collection, because I believe there's only 2 skins that are accepted, which is very unfortunate, because when you look at all of the submissions for that collection, it's a bit absurd. Sodsender and the many people who have helped him make this collection, they've only had 2 skins accepted. And it ain't looking very good. Only consists of weapons. But they had, clothing. They had some pretty cool-looking skins for weapons and whatnot. Doors, deployables, you name it. All out there. And only still 2 skins accepted. It's quite sad. Not like your attempts, guys, but rather Face Punch doesn't seem to respect it. Because I think it looks pretty cool. I really like the burlap stuff and whatnot, but didn't get anywhere, did it? So, if you'd like to see this set continue, if you'd like to see more of the Noir collection, please to help them out, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two, Sonder and Gunya. Let's now move on. Oh, and you might be wondering, would you like to consider investing into that collection? No, because it only currently consists of weapons. I will quickly remind you of that. There's only an AK, there's only a Python. Yeah, the likes of an MP5 isn't going to magically cause all of this to go up in price. It's just basically going to stay the same. So just oh god, don't delete that. Yeah, I'm sure you get the idea. Let's start talking about Thompsons. Right, Golden Dream Thompson, made by SMN. Get a good look at this. Is it made out of pure gold? It really does look like it. Oh, nice. Cool. Gold aim sight. I'm sure people would appreciate that. Do you want a Thompson that's quite literally only made of gold? Would that still work properly? I don't know. I know we have I know in real life there's a golden AK. Anyway, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this, please consider voting for SMN. Please consider voting for the Golden Dream Thompson. Alright, now we have Kuvahu's old acrylic Thompson. We got the green design right here. Get a good look at that. Aim down the sight. What do we see? We'll find out in a second because I'm on the wrong picture. There we go. Yep, it's just... oh, actually, it's not just a basic black tip. If you look ever so closely, there's a very noticeable, very light green tip right there. So that should be still good for most environments. Should stand out very nicely. If you like what you see right here, the green Thompson, well, consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Gavahu. One more quick look. Get a good look at that. Do you appreciate? Please consider voting. Right, now here's a collection continuation. Here is the low-poly Thompson. So, over the past 2 or so years, we've had several low-poly skins being accepted. So, yes, you'll look at it and you might say, that looks a little bit weird. Yeah, that's the intention. That's the design. So, aim down the sight. What do we see? Just a basic grey aim sight. Let's remind ourselves of the low-poly collection. Is it all one word or is it two? Well, we're about to find out. No, you got it wrong. Okay, low poly. There you go. And how's it holding up? Not good. We have a full collection of the clothing and armor. We have tools, we have weapons. There's like there's a furnace there and whatnot. Unfortunately, this is not in demand. So yeah, I know we just saw that Thompson, and if anything, that Thompson right there, if it were to be accepted by default, it might retain its value. But the low poly set as a whole, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be super desirable. It doesn't seem to be retaining its value or anything. So, yeah, that Thompson isn't going to magically cause all of this to go up in price. We did see the likes of the clothing and armor when a new core piece was accepted, it still went up in price. So it spiked in demand, spiked in price ever so nicely. But, you know, all the core pieces are here now. There's not much else to look forward to. The likes of a Thompson isn't going to save the day. So, unfortunate. So, if you happen to like it still, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mad Polly. But, yeah, doesn't look super great in terms of investing. Now we have the Concentric Metal Thompson, made by the one and only Mr. Confusion. Over the past year, he had his Tier 2 accepted. He had his AK accepted, his Tier 2 armor accepted, and somewhat recently we did see the likes of the MP5 also being accepted. Aim down the sight, what do we see? A brownish gold aim sight. Yep. So, let's start taking a look at the likes of the Concentric collection. Here we go. Sorry. Okay, so pretty much the same thing, unfortunately. It doesn't seem to be super in demand. The Thompson, if it were to be accepted, would it retain its value? Probably. Thompsons tend to be very reliable investments, but there's no saving this at the moment. What it needs is another core piece, which, you know, Mr. Confusion did try for, but unfortunately, we haven't seen Hoodie and Pants or Tier 3 being accepted, so awkward. But yeah, it doesn't look like a perfectly fine investment. But the Thompson, again, if you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. Thompsons are always nice. Thompsons tend to be perfectly fine investments, he says. We are keeping track of all Thompsons at the moment. Over the course of the next 2 months, I'm pretty sure they're all going to rise in price ever so nicely, and things will work out very nicely for them. And it could potentially still work out for the likes of this as well. So, as I said, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. But it does have competition, because we have one covered in cheese. Yes. We have the Melted Cheese Thompson with the, Say Chains. Recently had his cheese AK-47 being accepted. I was very confused. I was very scared. So, yeah, it's a Thompson, and it's covered in cheese. Do you need anything else? Lettuce? Tomato? Okay, cool. Right, so, yep, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Mr. Say Chains. But, question. Hedge, what about that cheese gun? Why aren't we talking about the cheese gun? Alright, I'll talk about the cheese gun. It's an AK-47, and it's covered in cheese, and it's currently selling for 89 cents. Yeah, so nothing saving that, unfortunately. Maybe people meme it, and then suddenly everybody buys it out. I don't imagine that's going to magically happen, but yeah. This has slightly more quantity compared to that Starry Dream AK, but same thing applies. Why is it so low in price? It's just not desirable. people aren't loyal to their AKs. There's always going to be another AK, and people are going to want to buy that one instead. So, yeah. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright then, so let's go through the likes of this double barrel shotgun. We've got some SAR skins to take a look at. And then we have many AK-47s. Alright, so... when does it end? How many more AK-47s? There we go. Right, so shootographer double barrel shotgun. Get a good look at this. We got a video. Do we have a nice little spin? Yes, we do. Wow, that's looking pretty damn cool. Let's do that again. Whoa! Damn, that's a pretty cool looking video. Whoa! Awesome. Right, so, don't see that a lot, do we? Monomic Man, very nice, very cool. That's a pretty cool looking video, but do you happen to like the skin? Kind of reminds me of like a rocket. It is supposed to be one of those long-range cameras, I do believe. You know, where you can like twist the little notches, you can zoom in a whole lot more. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So, yeah, very nice. If you like that design, well, please consider voting yes or no. Monomic Man, that was a very nice video. I appreciate that. So, yeah, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the Sarushi SAR. This is made by Mr. Holodno. Get a good look at this. It is covered in the most delightful soy sauce, blended with the wonderful rice. Exquisite amount of sushi put inside it. Oh, yes. So nice. So delightful. All the seaweed wrappings. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So, yeah, it's sushi. It is a sushi SAR. Do you like what you see? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Just, you know, try your best not to eat it. Yeah. Wait, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Are you a licensed sushi chef? How do I know if I'm, you know, how can I be confident I'm not going to get, like, food poisoning if I buy this? Huh? Hi guys, sushi. He doesn't reveal that. He's not licensed. I'm not sure if I can trust him. Well, you might be able to. If you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Holodno. Right. Radar SAR. Got to show off these gifts. Basically, the back of it has like a special holographic design to it, and it gives the appearance that there's a working radar on it. Do you like that? Do you reckon that's cool? Would you like to see that a whole lot more? Well, you know, please consider voting yes or no. And Anubis, when you're doing a GIF, turn off your things because that appeared on the screen. So yeah, if you like that radar SAR, it's the third attempt it seems. Well, please consider voting yes or no. Get a good look at this. Get a good look at that. Does it glow in the dark? Hang on a second. Is this a glow in the dark skin? There's no mention of it. Doesn't have glowing parts. Okay, so it does not glow. This does not glow, but it does have that holographic back. And during the day, you'll notice it kind of like emitting, which is a cool approach. And maybe we could see that a whole lot more in the future. If you're a content creator in need of a Twitch drop, why not say hello to the likes of Mr. Anubis Dunk? Cool. Right. Now we have the Stone Beast SAR Obsidian. Get a good look at this. This is very nice. Mr. Wirecat and Mr. Kusel. They've produced a pretty interesting skin right here, but it comes in two versions. We also have the likes of the one here in this somewhat strange greeny blue. Yep. Get a good look at that. So, yep. Aim down the sight. What do we see? It is purplish. Yeah, so this is purplish and the other one's going to be slightly greeny bluish. Yeah, I think that's just black. That lighting isn't the best. I would say probably do it in a better area. But yeah, one quick look at that. Are you a fan of it? Do you like what you see? Please consider voting yes or no for the Stone Beast SAR, whether you like the obsidian one or whether you like the turquoise one. Okay, cool. Best of luck to you two. Best of luck to you two. And then we have the Armageddon SAR. This is a continuation of the Armageddon AK-47 that we had accepted like a month or so ago. Oasis and Schumer, let's see what you have in store. Get a good look at that. That is a very scary looking beast on the side. I must reiterate, it doesn't glow in the dark. Just want to point that out. So yep, interesting design. Very nice sculpting. Let's talk about investing in that AK. Armageddon. There we go. Sorry. So, yeah, this was a $2.49 skin and now it's selling for $1. Yep. it didn't even last a month, unfortunately. So yeah, this is AK-47s in general. We've basically talked about them 3 times already today, but yeah, far too many AK-47 skins exist, and they rarely retain their value. But maybe, just maybe, if we see a whole collection of this Armageddon collection, maybe we could see a change. Maybe we could see an improvement. If it's only weapons and tools, it might not instantly work out greatly, but it's debatable. Aim down a sight, what do you see? A very useful red aim sight, so I think a lot of people would be appreciating that. It's got a very nice design to it. It's just, when it was an AK, it wasn't appreciated, unfortunately. So if you happen to like this SAR, please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you too, Oasis and Schumer. But with the likes of the AK-47, very questionable. Look at the amount that are currently in the Steam market. Not that many. It could rise up in price. Could. Maybe this does kind of end up like Redemption and Chameleon. But very questionable. But how many sales did the AK have? It was quite a lot, if I remember. No, it was only just like 10,000. Yeah, I'm not going to invest into that. I have a bunch from Bilder, I believe, already. So, yeah. And yeah, I did buy a whole bunch of them for 70-90 cents. 72.90 cents. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Nice looking SAR, but yeah, again, consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Right, now we have the Stand Art AK-47, and I don't think that's going to get accepted because we quite literally had an AK-47 that was accepted like this earlier this year. If I were to just quickly remind all of you, what was it? It was like Doodle AK or something? No, it's not Doodle. It was something else. What was it? Anime AR, that's it. It was quite literally the same. Quite literally the same. Yeah, you had that. It's just that, and I look at that, and it's just basically the same. Yeah, no. Alright, well, there you go. So, moving on, we have the likes of the Green Fusion AK-47. Yeah. Yeah, Google this. No, it was made by a guy called Yeah. And was it say yeah? Right, so yeah, Google that. Aim down the sight. That's a very bright green. It's like pea green. It's slightly darker than the yellowy green that we have here, but yep. Alright, well that's something different. That's a bit wacky. Is that something you need in your life? Please consider voting yes or no for the Green Fusion AK-47. Best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. Then we have the Salamander AK-47. We only have this image to take a look at, so you two, you need to be aware you have to have an aim down the sight image. That very likely might be the reason you don't get picked. And I'm not joking. It is in the rules now. You have to have an image showcasing aim down the sight. So, awkward. But if you like this design, you can go ahead and vote yes or no for it, but you probably could do a whole lot more than that. Just that. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's quite literally one of the... I'm pretty sure very recently the rules were emphasized, and that could be potentially very detrimental to you if you only have that image. So... I'm just saying. Right. Flowers of Death AK-47 version 1. As you can see here, you can see how the design was slowly rolled out. Looking very nice. Looking very cool. Yes. And this is made by McQuarrie and Chakloon. Get a Google of this. Again, lighting. You could have done a better place. I'm just saying. Do we have better lighting anywhere? Oh, yeah, because you were looking at the very right side. Sorry. Alright, much better. Damn, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at all these flowers. Why are they all droopy? Oh no. What did I do wrong? Oh no. I didn't water them enough. Or maybe I watered them too much. Maybe. Now this comes in 2 versions. Don't look at the right side. Look at the left side. There you go. Yeah, that looks cool. Right, so it comes in white and black. Which one's your favourite? Which one do you prefer? Aim down the sight. What do we see? Da, 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 da. Aim down the sight. Perfect. Thank you very much. Finally, so black aim sight there. Over to here, what do we see in this one? Probably a white one, I'm sure. No, it's black as well. Okay, well, there you go. If you like this design, or, specifically one design, please consider voting yes or no for either one. It's up to you. And best of luck to you, McQuarrie and Chakloon. Very nice design. I think that a lot of people appreciate that. So, yeah. Then we have the Crystal Tree AR. Get a good look at this. Aim down the sight in a second. Very nice. Everyone's drawing trees. Aim down the sight. Aim down the sight. Aim down the sight. Where is it, Slivkey? Where's the aim down the sight image? Minus 50 points for Gryffindor. Unbelievable. I think that's pinky red. I think so. It'd be nice if there's an aim down the sight image to verify that, but we can't, can we? Slivkey, come on, remember, aim down the sight. So, best of luck to you. Again, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no, but you need to start adding the right pictures. Let's just quickly verify I'm not being an idiot. Yeah, okay, so he hasn't added it. Okay, so got to do that. Voodoo Dolls, AK-47. Look at that. That's what a name down the sight image looks like. Unbelievable. Yes, so G-Burn trigger, very nice. Let's get a good look at this on the side. That's pretty creepy. Was that meant to be a Halloween skin? It should be, but yeah, that's nice. Then again, you can produce a scary skin and release it during the year. Face Punch doesn't care. That's fine. So yeah, aim down the sight. Look at that. Very nice. Who are your victims? Who are you cursing? Well, maybe you could name them. Yep. All right. So if you happen to be a fan of that, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Then we have the Gold Invasion AK-47 made by Lysane Tark. Get a good look at this. Very nice and golden. Somewhat fractured design, but hey, maybe people would appreciate that. Maybe. Lysane, are you going to continue your Scarecrow collection? People were asking about that. I know you probably should just wait until Halloween, but maybe you could still give it a shot. See what happens. But anyway, nice looking design. Not too crazy. Is this the type of AK-47 that you need in your life? Well, please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you, Mr. Lysane. Then we have a continuation to talk about Mr. GXT Face. Where have you been all my life for at least this year? If you don't fully remember, Mr. GXT Face was quite successful last year with his Bullseye Python and Bullseye SAR, but with many submissions after that, they just didn't see another skin accepted. I believe they took quite a bit of a break. Let's just remind ourselves. When was your last skin to be at... Yeah, July. Yeah, it's been a while. Where have you been? So yeah, they've taken a bit of a break. They've returned. They're putting out a Bullseye AK-47, aim down the sight, perfection. You do all the things I need you to do. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the Bullseye collection. Or rather, the two skins that were accepted. So they're both weapon skins, and yeah, of course, yeah. Now, that SAR is actually fairly well liked. It's suffered during the unfortunate seasonal fall dip, autumn-fall seasonal dip. But that very likely will be rebounding and go back up in price again. Wouldn't be surprised by that. It's somewhat liked. Like, it usually kind of like dips slightly below and goes slightly above its restore price. It's always going like that. But anyway, cool looking design. Python not so appreciated. But yeah, if you were to see an AK-47 being accepted, the likes of these two to go up in price, not really confident that's going to happen. So I wouldn't exactly go crazy in the likes of these two. But again, the SAR by itself, you could probably still jump on that. I think an AK might give it a little bit of a boost, but I just can't really sit here and say with 100% astute confidence that would happen. But like next to no resistance. Sales history, yeah. Damn, what happened there? Was that manipulated? Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, this was manipulated. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, so I think I got that mixed up with a different skin. Well, anyway. Oh, that was a fair bit. Right, well, we will leave it then. We will leave it. I'm not touching that. I'm avoiding that, okay? I'm avoiding that. That's my answer. Cool. But AK-47 right here. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Right then, prototype Lumberjack AK-47. Produced by the one and only Mr. Dark Schneider and Zed Skipper. We saw the likes of the Ice Pick last week, and this week we're now moving on to actual weapons, guns specifically. Get a good look at that. So, we've seen the likes of the sword being accepted. I don't think we saw the tools being accepted. Ice Pick was last week, AK-47's this week. Let's get a good look at that in-game. Aim down the sight, very nice. But I need to actually see the aim down the sight. And it's got a useful red aim sight. Please show the picture of the... There we go. Wonderful. Thank you. So, yeah, very nice. Very cool. And then we need to talk about the prototype. Well, we only have a sword. Salvage sword. And by default, that is not doing good. No. If this AK-47 were to be accepted, that salvage sword skin is not going to magically increase in demand and increase in price. It's not happening. It's just not happening, all right? So, yeah. And, yeah, Hedge did a stupid thing. He talked about the tools. The tools came with the Lumberjack pack, which is a DLC, or rather a thing that you can buy in the general store, permanent store, you know what I'm about. So, yeah, sorry about that. Hedge issue. But no, I'm not going to be jumping in and buying out the likes of that salvage sword skin. I don't imagine it's going to magically increase in price. But again, if you happen to like this design, do you appreciate that? Well, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you too. Then, last but not least, we have a Chameleon skin to talk about. We're going to quickly pause this, go 1080, and we're just going to sit... Oh, 1440, why not? Let's treat ourselves, yes. Let's just sit back and relax and enjoy this. Yep, look at that shine, look at that sheen. Mr. Milho Frito at it again, mesmerising our eyes. Bang, exquisite... Such a lovely looking approach. Yes, so it's another Chameleon skin. It's purple, it's green, it's adaptable, it's shiny, it's exquisite. You need it on your wall. You need it on your wall right now. Don't question it, just buy it. But yeah, not surprised that this is happening. He's basically had every single weapon skin accepted, and it's honestly looking to be exactly like how the Tempered collection turned out. Loads of weapons, then we get a whole bunch of clothing and armour, and eventually we'll see the likes of Deployables. And he quite literally just said, yes, that's my intention. Someone asked him about it, he quite literally said that. So, bolt action rifle, very nice. Chameleon collection, let's go take a look at how you're holding up, because whilst many skins crashed and burned during the likes of September and October time, Chameleon held up. Chameleon held on. So, recently the LR300 went down in price. Not too surprising, gun demand, LR300s aren't exactly super crazy. If you take a look at every single LR300 skin that exists, only one of them's in the positive, it's the Redemption LR. That right there, as time goes on, very likely will be rebounding and going back up in price, but it will mainly be carried by the whole collection. So if this were to be accepted, how will that hold up? The best thing that I can compare this to would be the Redemption collection. Why are we talking about the Redemption collection? Because that had a bolt action rifle accepted earlier this year. And I honestly look at the Chameleon collection and the Redemption collection as like parallel. They're like pretty much equal in terms of demand and whatnot. And as you can see here, we do see some weapon skins holding up quite nicely, and you do see some a fair bit lower. As you can see here, the Redemption bar is a fair bit lower, but again, how many of them on the Steam market? Let's go see, and the answer is only 63, right? You want to look at this in January time. You want to see how that holds up then, because look at that, there is no resistance, there's no big fat quantities. This is what it's looking like at its bad time. You know, this is what it's looking like at its worst. What's it going to look like at its best? Probably $4, maybe. You know, look at all of that. It's an easy pathway to there, but again, we shall see. Maybe it'll be around $3 to $4. At the end of the day, it's very likely to go back up slightly above its rust ore price. So that's the future I could imagine with the likes of the Chameleon collection. But we're more talking in regards to... sorry a minute. I was thinking as if it was accepted. Hedge just had a stupid Hedge moment, but at least we got to look at the Redemption collection again. So look at this. This whole collection is holding up very nicely. People like the whole collection. People want to put all of that on a weapon rack. They will do. Loads of people are going to be returning. Please do not forget, the amount of people that disappeared over the course of the past 2 months in comparison to what we had in the summer, fairly ridiculous. But all of these people are expected to return. During the winter sale, we very likely will be seeing even more people buying Rust for the first ever time and playing it for the first ever time. So just consider all of that. They're going to be wanting that weapon rack, aren't they? Because they've missed out on that. As in, when they left, that came out like slightly afterwards. So it's all new to them. They're going to have Christmas money. They're going to want to throw it around. So yeah, by default, all of that's working like looking like it's going to work out very well. And if that were to be accepted, this is an anomaly in which with every new thing that we get accepted, even if it's just weapons, yes, it only gets stronger. So things are definitely looking very nice right there. So all the better for this collection. Let's see how it turns out. But by default, yes, you could buy into these now. And then by January time, you're very likely going to be looking at some very tasty looking profits. So, yeah, I went on a bit of a ramble there. My apologies, but there's a lot to say. And in the future, there's a lot to see. So best of luck to you, Mr. Milho Frito and Sakatis Milias. Got a few gifts there, very nice, but we saw the whole video and we don't need to see any more. So that was the final weapon to talk about. Which of these weapons and tools was your favourite this week? Which one of these do you reckon has the best chances of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment. Sorry that went on for a fair bit long, but there was quite a lot to talk about. Like, there's a lot of very good things ahead of us. I would point out, I put out a video today where I was talking about the likes of we're past the worst of it. Skins are only going to be going up in price from here and now. So if you're going to have a nice optimistic video, please consider watching that. I'm going to take a drink and then we're going to talk about clothing and armour, and that'll be a wrap. I talked too much there. I'm sorry about that. I got in the flow. Yeah, sorry about that. But hey, look, listen, I'm sure a lot of you do appreciate a good ramble, so yeah. And a lot of you skin creators really do need to have the picture of aiming down the sight. That is an actual rule that was specifically pointed out in TGG's server. I'm not joking. Alright, just wanted to verify that. Go look in the server, go look at the rules. It's like been he had to point it out. So yeah. And that was like a month ago. So just want to say that. Let's move on. Right, gentlemen, shall we talk about the clothing and armour? What do we have right here? Something pretty goofy or scary. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of ponchos, but more specifically in this batch, we have the likes of the Primal Hunter set with the skull mask. That's pretty cool, made by Hormeow, Big Boy Kebab, and Yancake Lover. Get a good look at that. Yes, that's looking pretty cool. So that's got some transparency to make the face a little bit smaller, but how it's utilised is still pretty damn cool. Get a good look at that. Very nice, very cool. Do you like this design? Would you like to see some more primitive skins being accepted? Well, it's in your hands, people. Please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you three. Alright, Paper Poncho. This is made by Mr. Kosem. Get a good look at this. So, he doodled all around a poncho. Apparently it's made out of paper. Not sure if that's going to be good in the rain, but yep, if you are a fan of that, please consider voting yes or no for Kosem's Paper Poncho. Then we have the likes of the Vinyl Record Poncho. Yes, this is made by Demon, but he only has one picture to look at. I really do wish he had more, but that's all we can look at. So if you like the likes of, if you appreciate that, then yeah, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the High Poncho Desert Beast, paired with the likes of the bandana, which you can see right there. This is the works of the Y9J and Mr. 34633. Yep, get a good look at that. Very nice. Very cool. Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. Like I said, do you think we need some more primitive skins? Have we had a bit of a dry period of that? Or would you like to see more? Do you like what you see right in front of you? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, 1on J and 34633. 633, yeah. Now on to hoodie and pants. Get a good look at this. And we got some interesting looking booties and some gloves right there. Okay, wireframe hoodie and pants. Yeah. If only you could see through him. Why is he dead? When you wear this, do you die? Sad happy, I have many questions. But yeah, wireframe. Yeah, I think it's supposed to look as if, you know, from the 3D models and whatnot that you might see in software and whatnot. Get a good look at that. Very nice. If you've done like 3ds Max or Blender, I'm sure you can understand how that all is. So yeah, very nice outlines. Bit of a goofy approach, but it's up to the people. Do you like what you see? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sad Happy. Right, here is Mr. Vase and Lynx's newest skin collection. They have produced the Polar Fear hoodie and pants. Get a good look at that hoodie. And here it is, in-game. Somewhat very nice and bright and white. How many polar bears did he have to kill to be able to get all of the fur for that? All of them. Yes, get a good look at that. He's trying to go for some white camouflage, it seems. Has it worked out well? What do you think? So yeah, do you like this? Do you appreciate that? Would you like to see another white collection skin collection? Well, Polar Fear hoodie and pants could be the skin collection for you. So yeah, get a good look at that one more time. Very nice, very nice. Yes, yes, yes. Best of luck to you too. Then we have the clogs. Yes, we have clogs. Do you like clogs? I think he's meant to say Crocs. You know, socks and Crocs. Do you do you like socks and Crocs? Do you? Yeah! Right, so Bad Trip and Hulk have produced this. You might have not been able to get the likes of those frog boots, but maybe this is a nice compromise. Maybe you could appreciate this. Look at it! Okay, fair enough. Like, if you like that, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Let's move on. Oh, talking about white collection, what do we have right here, gentlemen? What do you see here? Sorry. I had to put my tongue back in. Another exquisite continuation of the Thundergold collection. Let's get a good look at it. Oh, look at that shine. Oh, yes, that's a good gold trim right there. And, oh, yes, the soles of the feet. Exquisite. I love it, yes. So, these are some pretty sleek-looking boots right there. Well, what about the gloves? We get a much better look at that, please. Oh, we got a thumbs up. You got the shine, the gold trim, the knuckles. Oh, look at that. Yep. Oh, very nice, very nice. So, we potentially could see Thundergold Tier 2 being accepted in 2 days' time. And it looks like Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro are keeping things, keeping the momentum there. Maybe another Tier 2 armor is accepted this week, but then both of these are accepted this week. And then maybe we'll see the Tier 2 armor accepted in the future, who knows. But if you really would like to see more of this Thundergold collection, and here we go, let's go take a look at that. You will want to vote yes or no. Yes. So, it's gone down a fair bit. I think that's just a straggler, because I definitely saw people buying this out not too long ago. What's happened? What's going on? Like, literally, it was like all the way up to about $2.70. Suddenly, all of these people are selling. Don't know what's going on there. Don't know what's happened here. Do people know something? I don't know. But yeah, listen. There is no resistance there. There's 92 of the face masks, there's 81 of the chest plates, but where's the resistance? Nowhere. If you were to see the likes of Tier 2 or the likes of boots and gloves, yes, you will see a very nice, exquisite spike in demand and spike in price. With the likes of high quality metal collection somewhat recently, we had both boots and gloves accepted separately, and it did cause a very nice spike in demand and spike in price for that Tier 3 armor. And it was only the Tier 3 armor. So with the likes of this, yes, 100%. Even with boots and gloves, which look ever so nice like this, I can expect the likes of the Thundergold collection to spike in demand ever so nicely. So grab it whilst you can, because in 2 days' time, it's like one of the main candidates for a perfect slot for the clothing and armor this week. So, yeah, we shall see what happens next. Currently $2.20 here, and currently $2.23 here. So everything's lining up quite nicely, and that's a perfect continuation right there. Best of luck to you too, Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And keep an eye on the Thundergold collection, because more and more interesting bits and pieces will be rolling out. Got to keep your eyes open. Right, and then we have another white collection to talk about. Here is the comics Tier 2. And then we could also mention the likes of Sam Rhino, and then we'll finish it off with that Tier 3 armor. So, another attempt for Comics Tier 2. You might be a little bit confused. Well, early this year, around February time, February, where are you? February, at the beginning of February, yes. We had the hoodie and pants released. And, well, they sold a lot. 45,000 plus is the estimate. Bare minimum sales is 35,000. We saw many attempts for comics Tier 2 and Tier 3 this year, and it just didn't happen. Now, I think some of them were removed because you can't see them all, but I definitely saw multiple attempts. Oh no, they are here, yeah. I don't know why Facepunch keeps saying no. I mean, I don't outright say no, but they certainly aren't saying yes, so it's a fair bit awkward, but again, if a new core piece were to be accepted, that hoodie and pants right there, yeah, that's going to the moon. That's going. Boots are probably screwed because of what happened with the whiteout boots this year, but the gloves, I could also expect those to go up in price ever so nicely as well. That is if, yes, 100% we do see Tier 2 being accepted. So, if you think now's the time you'll see the likes of Comics Collection actually getting its next core pieces, by all means, fair play, consider buying into it. But it's not exactly the first time, all right? And it's not even, we've had like 3 of each for Tier 3 and Tier 2. Awkward, yes. Maybe Legacy is only allowed to have a core piece accepted once a year. But, I mean, if he's guaranteed for that, is that exactly a bad thing? Anyway, comics, do you reckon it'll happen this time? Please consider voting yes or no. So, you can see the list of changes right there. Feel free to pause, read that if you'd like. But I've got to move on because this video is probably an hour and a half long. Oh, God, Hedge, what have you done? Yes, by default, continuations, core pieces, you will see ever so nice spikes in price. And, well, what do we have right in front of us here? It's the newest core piece for Sam Rhino. Now, we didn't get the hoodie and pants accepted. Very unfortunate. But let's not rule out the possibility of seeing a version 2 being made. But what we have here is now tier 2. Get a go at that? Do you reckon that blends in quite nicely? Do you reckon that is a pretty good job? Do you reckon that'll keep you nice and safe in the desert area? I think it's perfect. Now, a lot of people have used the likes of Sand Rhino with Desert Raiders, and they said it's perfectly fine. It blends in perfectly nice. And the likes of Sand Rhino Tier 3, it's a lot cheaper compared to the likes of the Desert Raiders. We'll show that off in a second. But Sand Rhino, here we have the likes of Tier 3 armor right here. And for some strange magical reason, there's a guy who has this build. Now, we've made a fuss about this for like 2 months or so. There was a stupidly insane builder being put down, and, well, I mean, it was this one. Yeah, and then the 500 here. Yeah. So there's a group of insane builders that kept the price up. Chances are they bought tons of skins since that happened, because skin prices got very cheap. But the builders that you see here, they basically absorbed all of them. Sand Rhino has stayed in the positive ever since it was accepted, because I get the feeling you're probably going to see these magically selling for maybe double the price, maybe January time, simply because a group of people happen to own the vast majority of the stock. Ooh. So, yeah, in the future, if we were to see Tier 2 armor being accepted, would that spike in demand, spike in price? Of course, look at it. There's no resistance. There's nothing stopping it. Now, it's up to the people who have a whole bunch of them. Would they end up like dumping the entire stock that they bought? That would be an incredibly stupid thing to do. You know, only sell like batches of 5 at most. You know, don't kill the wave, ride that wave. But, you know, how they behave is basically what's going to happen. You know, dictate what happens to the likes of these skins. So they've kept the price up. What happens next, we shall see. But yes, 100%. If we saw that tier 2 armor being accepted, you will see spikes in demand and spikes in price. And that Desert Raiders collection, well, maybe that starts to go down in price, because people would much rather use Sand Rhino instead of spending all of their money buying out the likes of that. So just for the tier 3 armor right now, it's $40. And then you look at the tier 2 armor, and well, the kilt's $6. Coffee can's almost $8. Vest is $8. What the hell? Wow. So, yeah, there you go. That ain't cheap. So, I think a lot of people would prefer a much cheaper option, and Sand Rhino is the key spot for that. So, yeah. Even Scarecrow has been questionable in regards to maybe people rather want to use that instead. We shall see. Because the amount that this is being bought, it's definitely something we considered whether it might have an impact on the likes of Sand Rhino, the tier 3 more specifically, but let's not worry about that. By default, continuation, yes. Spike demand, spike price. Very nice, very cool. Yes, I would consider investing into likes of Sand Rhino if you feel confident we will see more of it. So, yeah, very nice, very cool. And the final 2 skins to talk about is this Harlequin tier 3. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be spelled as Harlequin. Or maybe Shedmon's just trying to be quite artistic, I guess. But yeah, anyway, get a look at that. Very goofy, very silly. Creepy jester, I guess you could say that. Yep, very nice. Very cool, very nice pattern design. And he's just staring at you, smiling. So, yep, very nice, very cool. So, yeah, that's basically it. Oh, and he plays the piano. He does play the piano. Very nice, very cool. It's very exquisite, yes. So, yep, that is it. So, if you happen to like this, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Shedmon. Guys, we just spoke about all of the clothing and armor there. There was a lot to unpack, I know, but there's a lot of very interesting skin continuations that appeared this week. And overall, which was your favourite skin out of the clothing and armor? Which one do you reckon has the best chance of potentially being accepted? And for all the skins this week, which ones do you reckon have the best chance of potentially being accepted this week, or maybe next week? Which of these skins was your favourite? Feel free to comment, feel free to say. That was a lot of talking, my apologies. We have returned to about 100 skins every week now. Like, last week was a bit of an anomaly, we only like 70. This week, back to around 100. I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry. Now, I have had some skin creators come up to me and say, Hedge, how come I'm not in your list? So I basically keep an eye on skin creators that potentially have a much better chance than having acceptances. If you're a brand new skin creator, you have quite a lot to prove, if that makes sense to you. I would like to see you consistently putting skins out, being acknowledged that your skins are, considered very nice. If you're in top picks lists and whatnot, that is where I would consider following you. I'm here with a financial perspective. I need to see people that genuinely have a good chance of potentially being accepted. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being straightforward with it, if that makes sense. So, yes, if I consistently see you constantly putting out skins and consistently being acknowledged, yeah, then I'd start keeping an eye on all of you. I have a lot of people that I follow, and you can only have 250 people that you can follow. Once you've reached that limit, you can't add any more people, and it's awkward. So I've actually had to remove some people who were... Well, they weren't making skins for a very long time, so I've considered, you know what? If they're not going to make skins anymore, I'm not going to follow them anymore, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have a limit to how many people I can follow. That's half the reason why. So cool. Hedge, could you wrap this up? Yes, I will. Give me a second. Okay, so Base Deco DLC will be coming out this Thursday, along with the likes of many other content. It looks like Base Deco DLC is being paired up with the Frontier building skin. So if you don't remember, we have a wooden building skin coming out, and it looks like it is paired up with Frontier, with the base deco. So, my brain, sorry, it's been an hour and a half. But that might be pretty expensive. This might be like $20, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Or maybe it is around $15. I don't know. But do be prepared for that. And there's a lot of interesting things that are going to come with this. As I mentioned earlier, there's the torch holder, and I think we're going to probably see a lot of the likes of the cultist deer torch being bought out, because it's probably the most interesting thing you could put on your wall, most interesting torch at least. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that, won't we? So keep an eye out all that. Keep an eye out for my videos, blah 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 blah. You get the idea. I'm out of breath, I'm out of puff. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that this went on for so long, but like I said in the description, there's chapters that you could have just skipped ahead on to. So yeah. With that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Tomorrow I will be streaming. I will be talking about the abnormals. Abnormals are now 1 hour earlier, so you're more than welcome to hop in. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Keep an eye out for what potentially might be accepted this week. Do you reckon we'll see some skins that were made just before Halloween being accepted? Do you reckon it's going to be mainly skins from this top picks list, which were skins we basically looked at last week? Or do you reckon we'll still see quite a lot of early picks? What do you reckon? So, I'm all done. Thank you very much for watching me. Have a lovely week. Keep an eye out for Thursday. And with that, look forward to Christmas. Over the course of the next few weeks, over the course throughout November, those Christmas themed skins, I'm talking Christmas, Santa, Snowman, Festive, you name it, all of that's going to suddenly rise up in price, and there's going to be many profits to be made. So lots of optimism. Things are looking good. Skin prices are improving. People will be returning. Rust will be back to normal, and it will be ever so interesting, won't it? So catch you later. Saying goodbye.